Welcome, podcast listeners. This is your host, it's Mr. Budget Pedalcher. I'm joined this week by Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
12 months for that.
Indeed, 12 months. Yeah, it's pretty much, this is our kind of new year of gear podcast, this one. So this is episode number 53. So we're ringing in the new gear year.
Yeah, it's actually probably more like 11 months because I don't think I was on till like episode 7, but I've been here for most of the ones since then.
You have, yeah. Couldn't get rid of you after that, could I?
No, well, you got me talking about gear, and, you know, it's kind of addictive.
Yeah, defo. Gotta love some gear.
Yeah.
So, speaking about gear, you've done some stuff this week, haven't you, Matt?
I have. Remember I said that I was going to get the SG back together by the start of June?
I did.
Well, I finally got the SG back together.
If I weren't holding a microphone now, I would give you a round of applause. You know what? I've got a knee.
Yay!
There we go. So walk us through the process. What did you have to do with this?
So basically, I'd soldered the neck pickup in, so I had to desolder the neck pickup.
Yeah.
I had to desolder the ground wire from the Stocktail bridge, pull them back out the hole between the bridge pickup and the cavity, so that I could drill out the hole between the bridge pickup and the cavity, which is not that easy. Like you'd think, you just get a drill.
No,
the drill
the angle's wrong, isn't it? The angle's wrong.
So I had to get one of my dad's old hand drills that's basically like a screwdriver handle that takes a drill with a really small chuck so that then drill out the hole. And it was a 7 mil bit that I had to get in, and it was like just about enough. Kind of basically what we had to do was extend it by putting the drill bit in some copper piping, bending the copper piping into the drill bit so that gripped it, then bending the other end of the copper piping so that would go into the end of the hand drill. And then using that I was a good, I would say maybe 10 inches away from the guitar where I was actually twisting.
It sounds like some MacGyver shit, this does.
Well, I was like, how the hell are we going to do this? And my dad's like, well, we'll get this and we'll get that. And I was like, I'd have never got this done. We had to go like half of it from the pickup side and half of it from the back through, meet in the middle, every so often stop, clear out all rubbish from the hole. Got it eventually. Put all the wires through, soldered them all in, screamed a lot because I burnt myself a couple of times.
That is you feeling my pain, that is.
It is like, I burnt myself, and like, where your hot wire goes is through a hole, isn't it, on the tone pot? No, volume pot.
What, on the little lugs?
Yeah. But because I'd had to desolder the neck one, there wasn't a hole.
Filled in the hole.
There wasn't a hole. So I then had to make a hole and then try and put the wire through. Stupidly, I've just warmed that up with a soldering iron. Oh, it's fine. I'll just put the wire through with my fingers and then pinch it down. Just, you know, as you do. But I got it back together, and then I tried it through a bass amp last night because that's all I had, and I put 8s on it because that's all I had because it was around my dad's. And I used to play 8s because I was a moron. But we won't go into that. But yeah, and through the bass amp, I just wanted to test that it was working because obviously you're not going to tell what a guitar sounds like through a bass amp. It's just, you're not going to tell what the pickups sound like. Brought it home tonight and tried it through the AC-15 with the Hotcake and the Tube Screamer and the Hoff Mini, and it was just all kinds of awesomeness. Like, the warmth of the neck pickup is just unbelievable. Like, it's so clear yet so warm. There's no muddiness. There's no, like, it's just all there. It's just amazing. The bridge pickup when you've got a bit of gain on is just, it's AC/DC.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much that was my description of it. It sounds like the recordings of the 70s.
Yeah,
and it's exactly right.
Yeah. And like, I don't often use like both pickups together, but again, that just sound like with with the clean sound, it just adds a little bit more treble there, and it just you just get all sorts of sounds. It's just, and like having tone controls that do something as soon as you touch them, rather than basically being on-off switches, which is what the tone controls I've had in the past is eye-opening.
It's, I mean, I did a video about it about 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah, I have watched it since.
Yeah, and it makes sense once you've got like usable tone controls, doesn't it?
I was going to say, if you've got decent pots in your guitar, it makes total sense.
Yeah, you're like, yes, that's a thing. Yes.
Yeah, I've never had that before, but yeah, it absolutely incredible. That wire and loom that Fletcher's put together for me was just brilliant. And yeah, I did a review that's now on the Facebook page. It was on the Facebook page the day the last podcast was released, so you can kind of date where we are at the moment.
Yeah, we're doing a very early recording this week.
Yeah, I've got some jobs later on in the week, so I was a little bit not able to do. Yeah, so what was I saying? I put a video up on the podcast group for you to listen to the blend set, and like the tone control is so usable, the volume controls are brilliant, like just everything. It's just awesome. I urge you to go and check out that video, even if you just listen to a couple of sound clips. I basically play the same riff on the neck, middle, and bridge positions, clean. Then with
you've got with the hot cake, and then you've got
and then I kick the tube screamer in as well.
Yeah, and with a bit of Hoff as well as on top of that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my lead sound's got to have a bit of reverb on it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to argue when you're using the blends. But yeah, it's I mean, it's everything that I've been saying pretty much, and we just have to give a shout out to Fletch for kind of making this happen with all of the component parts of your SG there.
Yeah, so basically the only wire that hasn't come from Fletch is the ground wire. Everything else, like all the pickups and all the pots and all the connecting bits between pots and stuff, all of it is done by Fletch, and it's just absolutely thank you so much, because I basically worked it out that in total I'm under 240 quid for that guitar.
That's really not bad at all, is it?
Which it's definitely going into the roster of gigging guitars. So
yeah,
for 240 quid, you can't complain. Really can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, what I got from the tone clips was just like kind of the openness of the pickups. Like you said, there was so much note definition, but also when you stick that neck pickup on, it had the warmth as well. But it wasn't. I think the thing that I like about the blends is that it's it kind of steers away from the kind of the tendencies of humbuckers to go overly bassy.
No, it's a full sound. It's not just a bottom end sound. It's a full sound. It's a full spectrum sound. You're not losing any of the high end.
Yeah, completely. That's part of the reason why I love them. But you've also got to watch out, is because they are very honest sounding humbuckers.
Yeah, well, that's why I also put your foot pedal on my board.
Indeed. So this is the Balls Out Fuzz. Sent it to you probably about 2-3 weeks ago now, is it?
Yeah, I would say so. It's the first chance I've had. I've just not had a chance.
You've been TT and...
Yeah, and exercise and other jobs, and I've just basically not had a chance. But yeah, tonight, put it on the board. Well, I put it on the board. What I did was I unplugged my OC2 and replaced it with your fuzz. I'll need to swap that back at some point, but I might have to find an extra power thing so that I can put the fuzz there as well, because it sounds incredible.
Yeah.
It's just, so like that will hide the bits that the blends tend to show.
Yeah, the honesty. Yeah,
Take the honesty away with
it's a pedal of lies.
It is, but it's an awesome pedal. It's a very bottom end fuzz. It's not like the horrible, and I say horrible. There will be people out there who like the trebly fuzzes that I don't. I just, it's not the sound for me.
Yeah.
This one, it's just like exactly what its name is. It's a balls out fuzz. It's in your face. It's just
balls out and in your face.
Yeah.
There's no joke there. No, can't be.
Nah.
There's nothing there for me to work with.
Nothing at all. But yeah, it's just so much, and but it doesn't lose the. It's not like a wet sound. It doesn't kind of like disintegrate into nothingness. You can still hear the notes you're playing. They're just fuzz notes.
Yeah,
there are some fuzzers out there where you just lose all clarity, aren't there?
Yeah, they become a little too warm, and they've got all of that kind of bloomy bass, but then there's no clarity to back it up. Whereas this, it's got that kind of that rich bottom end, but then has got the rich bottom end. Can't leave that one alone, can I? But it's got the gritty top as well, which helps it kind of still maintain the definition. I think the your experience with fuzz before this was what it was
Fuzz from Tone City.
Yeah, and I had exactly the same thing. I thought, I'm not going to go all into fuzz. I'm just going to buy a cheap one and see kind of what it's all about, and then if I like that, I'll go a bit further. And it's a fallacy. It's an absolute fallacy. I bought I think it was a Rowan fuzz. Yeah. And it didn't inspire me at all.
And the other problem is, like, there's a billion different types of fuzz. Fuzz isn't just fuzz. And like the one I had was a very top endy, just cheap and nasty. Like, no offense to the Tone City stuff, it's just, there are some great pedals in that range, but Fuchs Fuzz for me wasn't one of them.
No, I think fuzz is one of the things that you have to do right. And like I say, I had exactly that experience.
And I know we've said this before on the cast, but neither of us know why we didn't just buy a 40 quid bass muff, a big muff even.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's about the same price as what I paid for that Tone City, and it's a good fuzz pedal that people enjoy.
You can pick up the little big muff, the big box ones. On the gear exchanges, like any day of the week, and it would have been the same price. But I think the balls out fuzz it's a great kind of introduction to this is what fuzz can be.
It's very loud fuzz though, very loud fuzz.
Oh yeah, it's got volume. It definitely has got volume, hasn't it?
Yeah, I did a sound clip which I ended up posting in the Facebook group when Stuart Tate posted a video of him playing an SG with a new fuzz pedal.
Oh no, I thought that was very...
Here's a video of me playing an SG with a new fuzz pedal. But when I did that, I had to turn the amp down about 3.
Yeah.
To keep the same volume from when I was playing earlier.
Yeah,
and that's with the pedal. The pedal's on like quarter to, it's probably on like 22.
Yeah,
so 7 or 8 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, kind of. It's probably just about pushing 1 on the sweep of the pedal, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's there's a lot of noise going on there.
Yeah, but it's good.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, Stuart's put his new fuzz pedal up there as well, and that sounded really good as well, actually.
Yeah, that's a totally different type of fuzz, but yeah, that sounded really impressive as well.
Yeah,
they didn't say what type of circuit it was, did he?
It's based around the fuzz face, that one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, a lot smoother. And yeah, I mean, just go ahead and listen to it. It sounds great. And he says he's really pleased with it, and he's looking to get that one out into production very soon. So
Cool.
watch out for that. And if you are listening, Stuart, you are more than welcome to the name Tonebeard. You can have that. You can have that for free. Let's see if he does.
Yeah.
I don't know. His whole operation tends to be a little bit more slick and refined than my.
I was going to say
botched job.
it'll be something like Michael Gove is now Foreign Secretary or something along those lines, won't it?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out this year.
They're usually politically based pedals, aren't they?
The Raise the Dead hasn't had any political leanings, and his new kind of drive with a blend circuit that's not politically leaning either. So I don't know. Maybe we might see a return of the political, or maybe it's turning the corner for Tate FX. If you haven't already, guys, go check out the Tate FX the interview that we did. I think that was released last week. So if you haven't already, check that out.
Yeah, it's a cracking interview.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone we've had on so far has been really interesting, like the way that they approach whatever it is, whether they're building guitars or pedals or whatever they're doing. Everybody approaches it in a different way, and it's really interesting to see the different kind of reasons that people got into it and the different ways in which people have been doing it.
Yeah, definitely. I think, between Adrian Thorpe and Stuart, both in their own right are absolutely brilliant at what they do, and coming at it in two completely different ways, but getting equally awesome results.
Yeah.
And the next interview in the series is again gonna follow that path of people who are doing it for the right reasons, people who are interesting as well.
Can't wait.
Yeah, no, me neither. I haven't recorded it yet, so fingers crossed. So yeah, I think I've done a little bit of guitar-y stuff this week. Not a great deal, because I mean we only recorded our last podcast about 4 days ago. So
yeah, my bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
So you'll have like 10 days by the time the next cast comes around.
Indeed, I'll have a really long weekend. So this week I whipped out my fireman.
Not your balls out, Fuzz.
No. I didn't whip my balls out. No, just the fireman, which is it's the least metal looking guitar. It's really kind of it's an oxymoron in the guitar.
Yeah, it's a pointy Strat.
Well, yeah, essentially it is. Yeah,
Strat.
Yeah, it's based on the Ibanez Fireman, but a reversed version of it. So it's got that kind of almost futuristic aesthetic. But this is Strat pickup layout, but it doesn't sound like a Strat because it's all mahogany. And the pickups are really close together as well, being a shorter scale. Yeah. But it does do some of the Strat-y things. So yeah, but I didn't explore any of that this week. I was playing it unplugged because it's got the fattest neck on any of the guitars that I own.
Right, okay.
Just fat. Yeah, you love fat necks, don't you, Matt?
I do. I love a fat neck. Can't get enough of
them. And yeah, usually I struggle, but I was really getting along with the fireman this week. And I was basically doing some kind of just some practice where I was outlining chords without the chords being there.
Right. Okay.
So trying to kind of mentally train myself to follow chord changes that aren't there. Yeah. It was good fun.
Just sounds confusing. It just sounds really confusing. Unless it's a song you know or a progression that you know really well. Surely that's just really difficult. Yeah, well, were you doing a 1-4-5 chord structure? Because then I can kind of.
Yeah, generally speaking, it was kind of blues based, so a lot of 1s, 4s, and 5s. But like Mixolydian in each and every one of those, and
right, okay, yeah.
so following the chords.
That's complicated. That's just blues scale in each of those. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. Oh no! I was trying to sophisticate myself a little bit, but I won't bore you with the details. There's a little clip of me doing it on the Instagram. So yeah, I was enjoying the Fireman this week. And it sounded good unplugged, to be honest. There was like a massive sustain on the notes, even when it was unplugged. Yeah. I think
nice.
It was owed largely to the fact that
it's got a fat neck.
Yeah, it is a fat neck. Yeah, yeah. The neck joint is fat. The neck itself is fat. So there's a lot of wood. Oh my.
We should not be allowed to do this.
No, we shouldn't. Definitely not. But speaking of a lot of wood, there's one last thing I'd like to. It's almost like a confession that I'd like to do before we do our kind of our full segment this week, and that is like harking back to our interviews. I did an interview with Mr. Chris Bolt a couple of months ago, and ever since I've kind of been following his stuff on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, I was following it before that, but I've been following it a little bit more intently.
Yeah.
And last week he put, the Ascents are going up for a £99 pre-order.
How?
The Ascent, yeah. I mean, just the fact that he can do that is crazy. So the Ascent, it's a flying V shape, and about a month or so ago, he put up a picture of an emerald green Ascent.
Yes.
Which
yes.
Yeah,
I don't even like green, but that was classy.
Yeah, the aforementioned wood definitely made an appearance there. So yeah, he said the way that he's doing this one to get it so cheap is that he's doing a run in very limited colours, and the options are all fixed. So like the customization, the fretboard radius, the materials, they're all fixed. So you're basically getting what's close to a standard. But they're all, I mean, it's all very kind of expected. So like a 12-inch radius on the board. I think there's rosewood boards and maple. And at that price point, they come with the kind of Bolt standard hardware and pickups.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's gonna be decent stuff, but it's not gonna be your branded stuff. But for £99,
yeah,
I'm finding it very difficult not to lose £99 at the moment.
I mean, it's like, even if you're not happy with the Bolt hardware,
yeah.
I mean, how much is a set of standard tuning pegs? If they, I mean, forget the tuners; they'll be fine. I would suggest it's more probably the pickups. I mean, £99 plus a set of pickups.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, we know what the cost of a set of pickups are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I've got an excuse to put a Providence set in something.
I mean, they're going in your Midtown, aren't they? We know this. We know this.
Yeah.
I know you don't know this yet, but everybody listening to the cast knows this.
Yeah, it's it's unavoidable, isn't it? I might as well put the order in now. It's going to happen. But yeah, so I think the The pre-orders are still available. If you want a flying V-shaped guitar, and you've got
£99.
Yeah, you got 99 quid. Bolt guitars. All I'm saying. So, rather than spending my money, that's where I'm going to leave that for today. So, our segment, this podcast, is going to be a little different than our usual stuff. There is some SNAM stuff that we could talk about. I don't think we spoke about the Epiphone range that they released at SNAM. And there's some pretty interesting stuff in there, but we're not gonna do that this week because our podcast has been going for over a year's worth of hours at least. There's 53 now, so that would bring us into the new year of gear. So this is our segment this week where we do a little look back. We're going to look back on the good stuff, the bad stuff, and the ugly stuff. I have got three headings this week. We're going to do impressive things that we thought pretty much kind of endured the year and found its way into just everyone's hearts. The not so impressive stuff, so the stuff that perhaps just didn't resonate, or the stuff that was like promising to be awesome and just didn't quite get there. And then we've got the stuff that sounded awesome. So stuff that has yet to kind of to land, or that has yet to reach its full potential. So we're going to start off with our impressive stuff. So I've got a huge list here. Matt, is there anything that you want to mention?
I'm just going to say something that nobody is going to expect me to say. Of the things released since this podcast has been going, the most impressive thing that I have played is a 2018 Gibson Les Paul Standard.
Holy shit balls, Batman.
So, back in November when I was in Peach Guitars with Chris and Carl Henrik and Steve Burrows, who are from our group.
Indeed.
We tried there was a young lad who has not long been learning guitar, but had obviously come into quite a bit of money because he was looking at he was comparing a 2018 Standard and a Gibson Custom Shop. And
not
he
a
left
bad
with the
place to be.
Custom Shop, which was about £1,000 more.
Yeah.
But we all had a go on the 2018 Standard just to see if, the rumours were true that, all of the stuff that Gibson released has at least one issue, this, that, and the other that everyone's saying.
Yeah.
And even Steve Burrows, who has some of the collector's choice Gibsons, was like, that's a cracking guitar.
He's got a fine selection of
he does.
Guitars, but Les Pauls as well. He's got a fine selection of Les Pauls.
I think he's got 2 or 3 of the collector's choice.
Yeah.
And then some of the other really expensive ones that they've done in the past.
Yeah.
The Gibson Les Paul 2018 Standard was certainly the best guitar I played that was released since this cast started.
No, bang on, man. Bang on. It does take it takes a bit of bravery to admit that, because there's a lot of hate for Gibson. I don't think we've been without blame on Gibson, and we might revisit that. But I think it's a good way to kind of kick off the praise. Impressive stuff. The 2018 Gibson Les Paul Standards. Yeah. Keeping on that train. The Gary Clark Jr. SG. So I'm going to put my hands up and say I've not actually tried one yet. They've not featured in shops near me. But on paper, the spec for this is just out of this world. So they were coming in just over the grand mark, so less than the Les Paul Standard. I think it was on par with, if not just a little bit over the SG standard.
I think it was over the under the SG standard. I believe it's the same price as the not traditional. What were they? Tribute?
Nah,
Les Paul.
the Les Paul tributes.
Yeah.
Nah, the tributes are the.
Were they the 899? Are they the 899?
Yeah, you're thinking the classic, is it? I don't know.
No, classic was 1699. There was one between those two, and I can't remember what it was. It's that one. That was about 1199 or 1299. But yeah, I think the SG standard was 1499, so it was below that.
Yeah. So I thought, the reason for bigging this one up is, it's got P90s in it, which is always going to be a bonus for me. It featured on the Luke Cage, the cameo in Luke Cage, and it sounded great. It did sound good.
Yeah. I went away and I've listened to that Luke Cage thing, and I've listened to a couple of other things. He's done a cover of Come Together by the Beatles where he's using it.
Yeah.
And it sounds wicked on that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's Gibson putting their weight behind Gary Clark Jr. as well. Because before that it was the Epiphone Casino that they did.
Yeah. Which is...
it's a decent guitar, don't get me wrong. And they were...
Yeah.
I think they were coming up at like 600 or 700 quid for the Epiphone. Because they had Gibson pickups in, I believe. But the fact that this is it's got Gibson on the headstock as well, and they're rallying behind Gary Clark Jr. It's a great thing.
Yeah,
I want to hear more of his stuff. Actually, I really need to get out there and listen to some more stuff that he's done.
Yeah, I do as well.
So yeah, that's one of the things. One of the things we're gonna rave about. So quite Gibson heavy at the moment. The other one, the Big F, they did a ballsy move this year, didn't they?
They released a Stratocaster.
yeah, in various colours. Candy apple red, I'm sure.
About.
No, we're not talking about the Stratocaster, because I believe any year that you could buy a guitar, you could also buy a Stratocaster. The Parallel Universe.
You couldn't.
So, right, listeners, you're gonna hear that. That was sheer frustration that you heard then. So the Parallel Universe stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that everything in it is a massive hit. Some of it is just massive shit. But the concept.
It was the Telecaster with all the bits that you didn't want from the Jazzmaster on it.
Yeah. I believe they call that the Abomination. Yeah, so there was some stuff that, just
no one cares.
But I thought the concept of it was really, really ballsy and really fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh ballsy. Tell you, that's something that ain't going on with me at the moment. Fresh ballsy. This weather is doing a number.
Well, as you know, I went for a shower after my run before this cast, so I'm quite fresh ballsy.
Yeah, there you go. You are mirroring the Parallel Universe there, fresh and ballsy. Yeah. So, like some of the cool things from that, there was the Meteora. I think was like a weird. It was a bit like the Iceman, actually, the Ibanez Iceman, but like a soft version of it, like rounded edges rather than being a bit extreme. So I thought that looks pretty cool. The Stratotelly, or whatever they called it.
Yeah, I think they did call it the Stratotelly in the end.
Did they? Yeah. Fletch, man, you need to get on their lawyers. They owe you some money for that. Yeah, I mean, my Stratotelly is a Fletch one, not a Fender one, and I love it. It's brilliant. So I imagine the Fender ones will be all right. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought it come out pretty nice. And the one that they're banding around this week, the one that's kind of hitting the stores, is the Troublemaker, I think they call it.
Yeah, the Troublemaker telly or the Les Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, the lawsuit, this one, isn't it? And
they've left it bolt on. That's the only reason they're going to get away with it. The headstock's all right, and they've left it bolt on. But
what they've done is they've given you a little bit of hide glue in with the packet, and a quick little instruction booklet how to turn it into a Les Paul. So yeah, I mean, the more I see these in the news feeds, the more I'm thinking, actually, that is just goddamn
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, even the Pelham Blue one, and I could not give two shits about Pelham Blue. And it looks good. It really does. But the only thing that wastes it for me is the wide range humbuckers.
Yeah,
but you can.
And that was going to be the thing that I said. Wide range.
Easily rip them out there, couldn't you?
Yeah, but aren't they stupid buddy 2-screw mount either side, so 4-screw mounts rather than 2-screw mount humbuckers?
Yeah, and the price you're paying for one of these, you don't want to be ripping the buckers out there.
Yeah, they're $16.99, aren't they?
Yeah,
which is you don't particularly want to have to take the fucking pickups out.
That's it.
Bearing in mind that those pickups are the same pickups that were in like some of the FSR guitars that were £800 last year.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt it'll sound all right, but it should.
I mean, I had them in that the telly that I took apart.
Yeah,
they're pickups, as in they'll do, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that at some point I'll accidentally buy a different plate for that guitar and end up with a different set of humbuckers in them. Or maybe even something different. Like put single coils in a guitar.
P90s.
Ooh, P90s. Ooh, HP humbucker bridge, P90 neck.
Oh, that's living the dream there, that is.
Sorry. Yes, the Troublemaker telly. Yes.
Yeah. So I think the reason why I wanted to mention this one as a kind of a bastion for 2018 or like 2017, 2018 gear is because it was just something radical and it was something fresh. My
favourite one though, the Gretsch telly.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Double bound orange telly with a rosewood neck and rosewood board and 2 TV Jones style pickups.
Well,
that's the perfect guitar.
I can only plead that it's out of sight, out of mind with that one.
It's definitely not been released yet. So that would fall into the sounds good, but we can't tell you whether it looks good in the flesh.
Yeah, but, I mean, a lot of the Parallel Universe stuff, I've not played it, so again, I can't tell you whether it's worth the cash, but it's just the concept of it was beautiful for me.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking before the cast. I mentioned that I've got a lot of guitars that are very similar that are in a rotation at the moment.
Indeed.
And I'm thinking, what about if I sold like 4 of them and replaced those 4 with a Gretsch telly?
Gretsch telly, indeed. I mean, that's a possible. I mean, from the other side is like if like 6-7 guitars is good, then one more is.
But I don't have £1,700.
That's what finance is for, Matt. That's what finance is for.
Yeah, that's how I've ended up in debt.
Yep, there you go, kids. Finance is a dangerous thing.
Yeah. Especially when you find out that if you look at finance deals of all 2 or 3 years, and then your bank tell you, oh no, you can spread a loan over 5 years. Yeah, don't spread a loan over 5 years, kids.
Yeah, this is Matt's money tips with Fret Talk Podcast.
Yeah. Whatever you've heard me say, do the opposite.
No, there you go. Yeah, fresh balls. Don't want fresh ball. So moving swiftly on, there's an amplifier which seems to have taken the world by storm over this past year.
The new Vox AC30.
The new I think we made it very clear on our stance on that one last podcast. We were very, very strongly opinionated on that one.
Yeah.
It could be alright, but nope. So yeah, the one amp which kind of begrudgingly to me has taken the world by storm is the Boss Katana and all of the kind of branches from that. So you got the Katana Air, the Katana Artist. There's other ones. Katana Mini.
There's another one, isn't there?
Katana Maxi, Katana Mode 4, Katana AC30.
No, I mean, one thing we do need to say is like the original Katana 100 and the Katana 50 are like 2016 models, so we're not we can talk about those, but like for stuff that have been new releases since the cast started, it would be all the other ones: the Mini, the Air, the Artist. I mean, the Artist is that good that the Guitar Geek sold his Katana 100 to get a Katana 100 Artist.
Yeah.
And he raved over that katana for the 18 months that he had it.
Oh, definitely.
So, they're clearly just like, you see them everywhere now. And if anybody ever asks a question like, "Oh, I need an amp for about 250 quid.
Yeah.
What should I get?" Every single person answers Katana.
Yeah, there's so many people who jump on that. It's become ubiquitous with like cheap gigging option. Pedal platform that isn't Valve, and just practice amp. The Katana is always there.
I saw somebody posted on, I believe it was the Wampler group today. Should I buy a Code 25 or a Vox VT20? And I think the first 5 comments were no, buy a Katana 50.
Yeah,
it's like, no, that wasn't one of the options. But people would just say it. No, just don't bother. Buy the Katana, and like that screen, like those Voxes. I know they're a couple of years older than the Katana and the ID cores and all the other things, but all of those companies have got avid followers. Yet still, there's so many people, and it's not cool to like Boss. Nobody likes admitting that they like Boss stuff because it's generic and everybody's got them, and it's so easy to access. And we're in a world now where we can buy 430 different drive pedals for under 40 quid. So nobody's going to admit to having a DS1 on the board. But like Boss have just got this. The product is so good. They've got people saying that they like admitting and openly admitting and telling other people to buy Boss products, and that's not something I've seen. Pre-Katana, I've not seen anybody recommend Boss stuff.
I think the past 5 years they've played an absolute blinder, and they've done it with the ES5 and the ES8.
Yes, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, no, completely. Like even to this day, Boss pedals are seen as a little bit of a kind of taboo. I think. In fact, it's doing a little bit of a turning point. I think there was a video not long ago on JHS's YouTube channel or something along those lines. I haven't seen it myself, but it's basically saying why Boss is the best. So I think it's becoming more fashionable to like Boss again now, but it's been a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, it really has, and they make some good pedals as well. Like, don't get me wrong, some of their standard line of pedals are good. Some of that, like the Wazacraft stuff, some of that sounds incredible.
Yeah, I mean
the VB2, the Univibe or whatever it is, the vibrato.
It's chorus, but with vibrato circuit in it as well. That's something that's different in it. Yeah. But I mean, just the standard, the SD one. Chris has been raving about it recently, so much so.
He's got 2 now.
Yeah,
hasn't
he bought one on the off chance that he might like it. Loved it. Then he bought another one, and ended up kicking 2 pedals off his board for those 2.
Yeah, so he got rid of the Moore Rumble Drive
Yeah,
and his Tube Screamer Mini.
yeah.
So he's got one of them is going to be a bass sound, and the other one is going to be pushing.
Yeah, boosted. Yeah, and hats off to him. Yeah, I mean, I got an SD1 in a trade, probably about 3-4 months ago, and it impressed me. I didn't want to like it, but it impressed me. And since then, I've bought a DS1, just to see if I was wrong about that, and turns out I was. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, and like I say, like I don't mind. Like I've got the OC2 on my board because of all of the octave down pedals around. For me, it was the best. I mean, mine's a Japanese one, which is like they go for twice what the non-Japanese ones go for. But
Yeah.
even so, it's 80 quid, and it tracks better than anything else that I've ever heard, like octave down wise. So
Yeah, it's analog as well, isn't it? The OCT.
yeah,
An analog octave tracking is it's not an easy feat.
no.
So just looking at the time, we've got probably about 15 minutes left. So we're going to move on to the not so impressive stuff now. It's just for the sake of time. There's loads more impressive stuff, and what I want you guys to do is share with us in the podcast group what you think we missed out on, because there's so much that we have.
Yeah.
But such is the way of time, and we don't have an infinite amount of it. So the not so impressive stuff. Gibson. I know we started off strong with Gibson.
First mention in the like positive stuff, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
Stop shoving stupid price guitars down our throats.
Yeah, I think. So I've got three things that Gibson have kind of been notorious for over the past. I'd say past year, but past 6 months is pretty much where it all kind of started happening. So financial troubles. There's no getting away from that. That Gibson have been in mainstream headlines. They've been in like the Telegraph and stuff about their financial troubles, which not good.
Mm-hmm.
But then I've got PR problems as well, which
yes.
So some of the silly mistakes that have been happening, where they've been like mislabeling stuff on their Instagram and their Facebook, doing promotional shots that have got guitars that have got blemishes in them or clearly are broken.
Or have got massive scuffs in the back of them.
Yeah. It's easy stuff to rectify, and I know that they're not the only people who have done it, but it seems like there's been a spate of it where it just kept happening, and
yeah,
it's just kind of piling shit on top of shit with the financial troubles as well. It made Gibson easy to hate on.
It did. It was at the point where you just, somebody said Gibson, and the question was, oh, what have they done this time? Rather than
yeah.
And it wasn't,
what have they done this time? Yeah.
What amazing guitar have they? No, it was, oh, what the hell have they done this time? Kind of, what mistake have they made now? What have they done? What have they broken?
Yeah.
Have they gone under? All this other stuff as well.
Yeah, it was that one. It was, have they gone under yet? Have they gone under? And I'm gonna come to Gibson's defense, and say that their 2019 line is streamlining stuff back. I mean, earlier on in the cast when we were trying to figure out which price point was which, that is pretty much what Gibson was about last year, where they've got so many different denominations that you can't really tell which. Like we're struggling to do it, and we talk about it
I think
every
there
week.
was 7
Yeah.
It's like there was faded, tribute, traditional, classic, studio, standard, and there was something else.
Sleepy, dock, sneezy. Yeah.
But yeah, like, just even like trying to work out which guitar, like, if you've got a price point in mind, how do you know what's cheaper out of a classic and a traditional and a tribute? They all mean the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the words are synonyms in a lot of the cases. So they've cut back on that. It seems like they're trying to streamline it so that it makes it easier for guitarists to figure out, which is cool. They have released the M2s, I think, the ones that were Amazon exclusive, and I think they've started releasing those into UK stores.
Flow stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're doing an SG Junior style one as well, which is pretty cool. So they're looking to aim towards that lower end of the market, which they definitely weren't doing this year. The third thing that I had that Gibson had royally fucked this year was just the odd releases. So the one that really springs to mind is they had like a Les Paul Junior style, the 2 pickup version.
Yeah.
But they were coming in at like $4,500. Yes, they were finished right. Yes, they were actually made in the custom shop. Blah blah blah. This is like a student model guitar that was being released for $4,000. It's like, you can't do that.
Especially not when you don't have an equivalent mod. Like, you've got 7 models in your standard line, and none of them are this.
Yeah.
The only way to get a junior is to pay $4,000 for a junior.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, and like, don't get me wrong. Some of those, like, really expensive, like, we glossed over, like, I mentioned in passing, and then we didn't get time to talk about 6 weeks ago, the Lexus Les Paul, the custom shop.
Yeah.
And I bet you any money, Fender have done something similar this year at some point with a car manufacturer or a manufacturer of something else.
Supreme,
but what they've not done.
Supreme Strat.
I'm even thinking of things that we won't even heard of, because what they'll have done is, like, this comes with the product, and you only know about it if you try and buy a Lexus.
Yeah.
If Fender had done it, they'd have said, here's a custom shop Strat you can have with Lexus written on it. It would be $4,000 extra with the car. We're not going to advertise it because
that's the dealership.
That would be silly.
Job, yeah.
What Gibson have done is, look at this $4,000 guitar, like $5,000 guitar with Lexus written on it, and it's just bad PR. Like, things like that were bad PR more than anything.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that 18 van series that was like £5,500 for a Les Paul with a stripe on it.
Yeah, the Sex Best van. They were brilliant, they were.
Like, yeah, I just think what Gibson, even if they want to continue doing these limited runs, stop shoving them down people's throats. If you're going to continue to do them, advertise them in a better way, rather than saying, look at what we are doing, and then everyone looks and it's £5,000 and they're going, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think there's the issue, isn't it? I think where the parallel universe thing, like, was awesome for Fender because it was here's like a little bit more money, like $1,600 or whatever, and you get this kind of new interesting take on it. The Gibson way of doing it was, we're gonna whack another $2,000 on top of this.
Yeah, and don't get me started on paying £1,500 for Slash's signature.
Yeah, well, less said about that, the better, isn't there? I think just we'll put all of those things, like all of these, like really odd releases, like the Vivian Campbell Les Paul, like 20 years too late, or and the Tak Matsumoto. We'll put all of those into a sack. Just put them all in. All of the Jobo signatures, all of the Slash signatures, put them all in a sack. And we'll all just...
With a lead weight.
Well, we'll just beat them. Get some sticks, beat them. Doesn't matter who gets the brunt of it. They all deserve it. And we'll just leave them there. let's hope Gibson's 2019 it's just better. Let's just
More
hope
positive.
Yeah, I think like from what I'm seeing, they are kind of getting their shit together. So my fingers are crossed. No one wants to see Gibson fail. I don't want to see Gibson fail.
No, and there are some good guitars in that range. It's just trying to work out which ones they are is the big problem. Like, and what you want from it yourselves. But yeah, they'll be all right. I suppose. As with the positive one, we went Gibson into Fender. Shall we talk about the Fender ones next?
Yeah, definitely. So Fender did some fuck ups as well this year. Fender weren't the golden boy. I think in terms of like Fender versus Gibson, they probably did better, but they weren't squeaky clean by any means.
No, not at all.
So what did they do that really riled us this year?
Ed O'Brien. let's. In fact, we might as well chuck all three of them together. So the Jimi Hendrix, the Ed O'Brien, and the what's his name, Brad Paisley Telecaster.
Yeah, they can all jump in that fucking
£1,000
sack
for
again.
a Mexican fucking instrument.
Yeah.
Fuck right off.
Exactly that. Get in the fucking sack.
Yeah, get in the sack with the Gibsons.
That's it. Yeah. So
yeah,
I think the fact that Fender didn't even have the balls to release the Hendrix Strat at the price they quoted, it had already dipped by £200, which was what we were saying. We were saying this is at least £200 too much.
Yeah.
And they did.
That's what it was.
Yeah, we got it bang on. The Ed O'Brien, at least you can try and justify it with the fact that it was
It's got a sustainer and
it was like a V neck. Yeah, so it's not like they're just grabbing a Mexican and bolting some bits on. They're really
which was what.
Yeah, but I think you mentioned this before the cast that Radiohead were like absolutely
haven't done anything
massive in the like late 90s, even like crested into the 2000s,
early 2000s. Yeah,
since then not so much.
I mean, I know they headlined Glastonbury last year, but the Rolling Stones headlined Glastonbury. We didn't get a load of Keith Richards signature tellies, and even if we did, at least he's an actual guitar hero rather than some bloke who's in a band that makes noise on an instrument that looks like a guitar but isn't a guitar.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked me at the start of the year to name members of Radiohead,
Tom York.
yeah, Greenwood.
No, I wouldn't have even done that. I couldn't have even done that. To be fair, if you'd asked me 5 minutes ago, I couldn't have done Greenwood.
But yeah, Ed O'Brien definitely. I don't know. But yeah, Brad Paisley, like huge country star. Yeah, no, huge country star. I've heard that he's a really nice chap, actually. But yeah, like his appeal in the UK, who knows? Not massive. Is it worth a grand's worth of Telecaster? Is it bollocks?
No.
Yeah. And yeah, the Hendrix one. I mean, there's
buy a vintage one for £300.
Well, they're not. There is that, yeah. The John Hornby Skews vintage brand, not buying a vintage Hendrix Strat.
Yeah, no, I'm not suggesting that you can get Jimi Hendrix's actual Strat for £300.
Yeah, it's.
If you can you let me know where?
It's an unfortunate branding error, vintages, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, their stuff's pretty cool. The vintage Hendrix inspired Strats. So I hear. I've always been impressed with the vintage brand stuff. But yeah, they're not. Fender aren't the only company to try and milk the Hendrix estate for all it's worth.
The Mickey Mouse Hendrix. I'd forgotten about the Mickey Mouse Hendrix pedals.
Yeah, go on, in the sack.
Yeah, it's just the fact that you've got Hendrix's face and then the two knobs are exactly where Mickey Mouse's ears would be. who did that? Like, who thought that was a good idea when they saw that design?
It was around the time that like work experience happens, isn't it? I suppose.
Do you reckon they painted the things and then just didn't realise what knobs they were putting on?
Yeah, they had a surplus of these knobs and just went, just plunk them on. Only after they were released, someone says, "Hang on, he looks a lot like Mickey Mouse." Oh shit, man! Yeah, so I think that those pedals weren't a faux pas as much as they just looked really fucking goofy. So yeah, Fender and Gibson, Ibanez, like
AZs,
a company that you think, well, at least I do. I think they're like a golden goose. Whatever they produce is just, even if it's not what you want, it's well made. It usually plays amazingly out of the box, and they're a company that I've got big time for because they've got something for everyone. However, the AZs, they were good enough, but I was expecting the world from these.
We were expecting a Sur-beater when we first talked about them. We talked about them in the same bracket as a Sur. Yeah, and I don't. From what I got from the couple of times that you played them, they weren't in that category.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, like I say, they were fine. They were definitely not to get into the sack with the Gibsons and the Fenders. They weren't that bad. In fact, I would go as far to say as they were a good guitar.
Yeah,
but I put a very high target for them. They would be beating Sur guitars, and they didn't. So I think the disappointment there was a little bit down to me as well. I don't know. I think I have high expectations for Ibanez guitars in general, that they must play this certain way, and I didn't get that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. We might see some things coming up in the Arizona range that might change my mind.
We never know.
Who knows? Yeah.
The next one I want to mention is the Boss and JHS Angry Driver.
Yeah, because the peeved motorist.
I don't even like mind. It might be a great pedal, but the marketing department, everybody, and like I said it on the podcast, and I saw it in several other places online. Why isn't it called the Road Rage? That would have been the logical thing. Call it the Road Rage, and people would have got
pissed about the name.
Like, obviously, it was an outdated circuit, Angry Charlie, and a Boss hissy blue pedal that I can't remember the name of. That's the one, Blue Driver. But yeah, like the name, they could have been so imaginative, and no, they've called it the Boss Angry Driver.
But I mean, are you expecting imaginative names from the people who have bought you the distortion pedal and the overdrive and the super overdrive?
Okay, yeah, I might have been expecting, but sure, like JHF, like Angry Charlie's not a bad name.
Yeah. There's the Charlie Brown, the Angry Charlie, the Kilt, the Milkman.
Yeah.
I think they had the Pink Panther, but I don't think they can have that one anymore.
Yeah, they're not allowed that anymore. They called it something else, didn't they? Cause
I think it might be the Cheshire Cat or something like that. The Pink Pussy, or I don't know.
But yeah, like the name on that one, and also an Angry Charlie with less controls in the same circuit as a standard Blues Driver, not the Blues Driver was a craft circuit, is not good enough.
Yeah, I was told from people who were fans of the Charlie that the Boss one, it wasn't as good as the standard. It lacked,
and obviously the pot sizes are going to be different because it's different controls on a Boss pedal to a JHS one, and also the Angry Charlie has 4 controls now, but they only had 3 on the Boss version, so it was the Angry Charlie V1, which wasn't the one that I only started hearing about them after V2.
Aren't there some that have full EQ, bass, middle, and treble?
There might be now, but the ones I remember, which was the V2, was volume.
Yeah, it's in the kind of diamond pattern, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 different drive stages and a tone, or sort of maybe present.
Yeah,
basically, there's three different ways to shape the tone, or at least 2, if not 3. But yeah, and to try and basically to mush that down into volume, gain, tone. I don't think it worked. I know a couple of people that tried them and just said it wasn't as good in the Angry Charlie setting, and the Blues Driver setting wasn't as good as the BD2W. Is there a Wazacraft BD? Yeah,
there is. Yeah,
the BD2W was the same price as the JHS Boss crossover.
Yeah, I mean it weren't terribly priced, was it? It seemed quite sensibly priced.
$150 or $160, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, considering you're getting theoretically a JHS and a BD2 as well.
I think the JHS on its own is about that price, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe like 120, 130. So yeah, but
it weren't bad. But it weren't the price that was letting it down. It was the fact that the Angry Charlie part weren't quite as good, and it felt it did. Yeah,
sterile.
I think that could go into our final category, which is stuff that sounded awesome. Stuff that sounded awesome. Should have been awesome,
but we don't know yet.
So the Angry Driver could have easily fit into that. So we're gonna quickly whiz through these because we're at an hour and 10 already. So from the Birmingham Guitar Show, the Hot One Hotone pedal switching system called the Pedal Commander. It seemed like an awesome idea, and I still stand by the fact that it seems if I see one in the shop, I will find it very difficult not to buy one. But I haven't seen them anywhere. I haven't seen them crop up on boards. I haven't seen them in shops. I haven't seen, and it's really disappointed me.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it's like a really slim pedal switching system, which is really easy to program. It gives you 4 loops and a tuner, if I remember rightly, and it was all for under £100. It sounds like absolutely amazing, but they're just not appearing in shops.
I wonder if it's just because 4 loops just isn't enough. I considered getting something that was a loop switcher to do maybe 3 different sets, but the more I think about it, it's not really saving me much, and it's costing me a lot of space on the board. I mean, even if this is just part of the bottom rung on my board, that would mean I'd have to drop a couple of pedals because, I'm an idiot who's got lots and lots of pedals on it, even on a big board. But yeah, I wonder if the type of people that want to use a switching system are going to want at least 5 loops, possibly. Well, most of them are going to want the 8 loops, aren't they? And I think that's why the ES series of
and this was released after the ES as well. But it's the fact that they're not even appearing in the shops as far as I'm aware, which is a pain in the arse. For me, it would be ideal because all I want to do is I want to have loops that I can then preload with things. So like a preloaded drive loop with all my drive pedals in, and then just set the drive that I want, and then it's just drive on and off.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. That would be ideal for me, and it'd save me a load of space. I think I could probably cut back to having maybe 6 pedals if that was the case, rather than having the 8 that I've got on my band board at the moment. But yeah, I've not seen them around. So Hot One Hotone. Either
So yeah.
get them into the shops or send me one. Those are your two options. I mean, there's one of the options that I would prefer, obviously. Get them into the shops.
Yeah.
And the final thing that I wanted to mention this week for the things that sounded awesome, but just haven't really materialised. TC Electronic. So they came out with a series of cheap pedals, which they've all hit the shops, and I've seen a couple of those. But then the next series of pedals, which included the chorus, the Dimension chorus, I think they called it, or Third Dimension or something like this. And the Slow Gear and all of those ones. There's been a couple that have reached the shops, but the entire Analog Armada range I haven't seen. There's some that I just haven't seen, and if I can't see them to try them, I'm not going to be buying them.
Yeah. So I've not seen one. I mean, granted, I've not really, I've been in 2 guitar shops in the UK since we've been in this on this cast, and I didn't specifically look for them, so they might have been there. But I had a look through the pedal cabinets or pedal rooms or whatever they had for their pedals, and they weren't clear if they were there at all. That's a lie. It's 3 shops because I went to GAC as well. But yeah, I've been to 3 of the big stores: Peach, GAC, and Dawson's Music. Yeah, and I've not seen them.
Yeah, and you'd at least think one of them would be stocking them in.
Yeah,
I don't know. So yeah, again, sort it out, guys. But one thing that I thought was going to take the world by storm, and again, it was a TC product. The HOF 2 and the Flashback 2, so the new iterations of these kind of flagship products. I've seen them going onto boards, a couple of boards, but I thought they were going to be taking the world by storm.
I'm going to be honest, I've not seen any of them on a board. I don't like, for a lot of people who rave over the tone print function, and were disappointed that you only had 1 slot on the old ones, to now have 3 slots, and people not be buying them, and they've got this mash feature that, you know, they can bring in the swell on bring in the, what's it called?
The shimmer effects and
shimmer. That's it. Yeah,
it can be mapped to any function, can't it? The map.
Yeah.
So you could use it for whatever you wanted.
Yeah, and I've just not seen anybody at all. So yeah, they I don't know whether it's just that it's going to take time because the old series were that good. It's going to take time for people to realise that actually the new ones are better. Or whether it's the fact that they're not enough of a change from the old ones to people justify changing, and I think that might be a lot of it. Like, I won't bother even trying a Hall of Fame 2 because the Hall of Fame is so good that I don't need it to do anything
you don't need the upgrade. What I was thinking as well is that since like the Flashback was released, there was then the Flashback X4, but there was the triple one as well.
Was that X2, but it had 3 buttons?
Yeah, potentially. So you had all these iterations, and what I'm thinking is you've got people with the Flashback X4 who have integrated that into their live use and have got used to having those functions. They're not going to then want to take a step back where they've gone from 4 delay options to 1. Just because it's different, new and different ones, and has a woo function on it.
What was that function again?
The woo. That's the official soundtrack of the MASH function.
Is it the sound of the police?
So yeah, it's a party underneath your fingertips of your toes, toe tips.
Toe tips.
I don't know. It's really weird that you can have fingertips, but you can't have toe tips.
It's under the ball of your foot.
Indeed, straight under your balls. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up for this week. So, heel_Matt Q, isn't it?
Heel_Matt Q. Well done.
Fucking nailed it. So that's
Twitter.
That's Twitter. Right, I'll do it properly now. So if you want to catch us online, you go Fret Talk Podcast Group. You can get your podcast topics in. You can tell us where we were wrong in terms of what was impressive, what was not so impressive, or stuff that you wanted to see of this year. So get involved with that. And also let Matt know how just goddamn beautiful those blend pickups are.
Go and check it. Seriously, go and check them out. Go and check them out because, I know, the video that I've recorded is about 12 minutes long. There's 2 minutes of me talking at the start, 2 minutes of me talking at the end. You can forget them bits. Just listen to the bits where I'm playing the guitar.
Yep. I mean, I've been preaching the blends for a while, but there's definitely reason for it. They are just good pickups.
Yes. If the answer is yes, buy them. Don't even contemplate. Just decide you need a set of humbuckers and then buy these. Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, you've probably thought about it for too long. You should just be buying.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something you need to get involved in the Fret Talk Podcast Group. If you want to catch me online, you go facebook.com/budgetpedalchap, instagram.com/budgetpedalchap, or YouTube, type in Budget Pedal Chap, you'll find me. This week will be a new video, but I don't know what yet. It's a mystery. And heel_Matt Q is where you find Matt on Twitter or on the Rancid Hookers podcast.
No, the Bad Bookers podcast.
Bad Bookers, yeah. Mother Bookers podcast.
Bad Bookers Wrestling podcast is the best way to search.
It is. It's about wrestling.
Yeah, it's if you don't like the graps, then yeah, it's probably not for you unless you just want to hear people making slightly less inappropriate comments than we used to, because the host is a teacher and his students have found the podcast, so we can't say the things we used to say.
Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah, there's still sexual innuendos and stuff like that. We just don't make jokes that could lose him his job.
Interesting stuff. No one wants to lose their job. Well, no. Some people do. But no one wants to lose their job. So yeah, from us guys at the Fret Talk Podcast, thank you so much for listening and for taking this year with us and just being the support that we so love. Thank you guys. So from us this week, it's going to be a goodbye and good night. Ta-da.
Bye and good night. Ta-da.
Ta-ta boy.
Ta-da for now.
Awesome. We are done.
We might need to edit that bit out.
Yeah. I dare say. I've got a fly in my fucking drink.
Oh dear.